that in other research works anybody can't reply to this, or anything like this. Provide the external context of your research project. Justify your project. You must justify your project in comparison with other projects. Then in the literature review, by a literature review, you must skim through other works and compare other works with each other and with your research goals or your research aims. By this kind of work, you bold your research work. You show your research importance. In some research projects or research reports, literature review and introduction may be combined with each other. For theses, they are in separate chapters. For papers, they will be combined in introduction. It depends on the opinion of the writer. Okay, let us speak about the other section of the report, and as you see, one of the main section of the report. And about the methodology. As I told you, methodology is one of the main important sections of the scientific report. As you see, methodology is really about details, method and procedures. It discusses about the reasons for choosing your methods and procedures. Really, your research work or research method. If it is experimental, you must speak about your experiments procedure, and the reasons of choosing these special experiments. If it is a simulation process, you must speak about your simulation states, and if there is any special choosing items, you must speak about your the reasons of your choosing items. If it is about a special system or subsystem that you want to simulate this, you must speak about the system, its components or subcomponents, and the structure of the system. Maybe you have some assumption, you must speak about your assumptions. If it is, for example, designing a project or making a special thing, for example, a board, a hardware, for example, system, you must speak about at first your design, maybe your selections, your kind of design, the structure of the design, the reasons of selection of this kind of a structure, a comparison with your structure and other structures, the importance and advantages of your structure in compare with other structures, and discuss about your really making process, for example, from design concept to real concept. And in any research work or research project, you have some methodology about the environment of that research work. As I told you, experimental, simulation, design, or any other things. You must speak about your methods, your assumptions, your selections, and the reasons of your selections, your assumptions, and your structure and your method. After this, you will go to the other section, contents of a methodology section. After methodology, you will go to results. At first, we speak about the contents of a methodology section. Rationale for methodological approach, hypothesis, description of a study area, demographic details of a study population, how the population was selected. These demographic details of a study population or how the population was selected, these are from some special projects about these two items, for example, demographic details of study population, how the population was selected, or description of types of data and sources, are about statistical projects. For example, statistics of a special work, a special thing of a statistical population. And a statistical population, you must select a statistical population, you must consider some items, so you must gather some information and data from the population, and you will reach to some graph or schematics, and you will have some conclusion. Another thing, description of methods and procedures for obtaining data. These data, about data may be in a statistical work or in designing work, in simulation work. We have different kinds of data. Description of methods and procedures of data analysis. The second level after gathering data or reach to a special data, some kinds of analysis of data and reaching to a special results or a special conclusions. Okay, and let's speak about the second part of research report, about the results really. As you see, details the main findings. You maybe speak about your findings in introduction, in literature review, or in methodology, but in results you will speak about your findings by details. You speak more and more about your findings, and these findings are different in any different research reports. For example, in simulation project, your findings may be some data or some information that is resulted from the simulation software. In experimental, you have some data from the experiments and from the instrumentational things. You will have some instrumentational equipments, and you will gather the information from these equipments. In designing process, maybe your board or design structure will be your result, or the results from its performance and its operational work will be the results. Okay, you will speak about your results by details. Provides a summary explanation of results. Explain about your results and a summary explanation of results. Maybe some explanation about these results, their situation and their